Alright, here goes a standardized version of a wood gas stove you have a throttle on. I started out with 1 gallon paint can. See, there's the lid, and inside that can is a large chili bean can, like for the family size version. And to make the throttle part, first thing I did was I took the top of that can, bolted it up, made a mechanism to tie it down, and I bolted it here and I held it down, so I made the holes at the same time for both pieces. These were some big ass bolts I had from work, so I got those for free. So I just went and got some nuts, and that's my weight that holds it down straight right there. So I got low, high, high, low. It's almost cut off, but it works good. Right, so then I took the bottom of another paint can, kind of cut it out, and now I've got my burner, because you've got to let the flame burn for a little while before it hits the pan, or else you're going to have, 1, not as much heat, and 2, you're going to have a lot of soot, because you got to let that fire finish burning before it hits the pan, more or less. But yeah, so you want it all to be stable. So what I did was I took a coat hanger and I popped it, made like some little snap hooks basically. Alright, so now it won't come off. And to make sure, because if you flip this up it'll come off, so I just made a hook back here, so now the whole thing's locked together. And basically you got to use good fire building practices. You can use any kind of wood, but I got some cooking chunks here. You can use small pieces of wood too, but you just drop them in there. And then like some smaller pieces, twigs or whatever. In order to get it going. Of course, I have good ventilation going on here. So you just sort of get a little lighter fluid in there. One more thing, I use silicone on the feet so they wouldn't slide around. But yeah, you can see it takes right off. You don't want to use the throttle until the lighter fluid's burned, because it's not really running until after that stuff goes away. Yeah. I had to experiment with the proportion of holes on the bottom of the can to the holes on the top, and you want to have quite a bit more hole up here where the air feeds in. Wow, it's already hot. Than down here, because down on the bottom of the inside can is just where smoke comes up. It's just a smolder, and that's why these things are so efficient. Yeah. I would say the lighter fluid is done now. And you gotta have this standoff above it, or else you will have smoke. Like crazy, you will have smoke. But right now you can see there's no smoke. And, you know, stick that up there. See? So you gotta have a little flow through around here. Probably wouldn't even have these holes on the side, but it was an old piece of another rocket stove or wood gas stove. See how the flame's free to just lick right out through it? And that's your basic design. I realize you may not have large bolts like these available, but the easiest place to put a throttle is on the bottom of the can. So, you know, maybe you could use smaller bolts and maybe some tomato cans, like tomato sauce cans. Just put 3 or 4 around it, just bolt right through them. But this is what I had available. I got them for free, so I was going to take advantage of it. So yeah, there you have that. And I was actually able to boil milk in this thing without burning it. So as to show you, this does work. Pull it back over here and see, if you look in there, that flame has got a lot of blue in it. It's not really as yellow as sometimes. This kind of depends on how well you make your fire. And you know, the better you are at starting a fire, the better you're gonna get results out of this. But bam, this thing is working with no smoke. You'll get a little soot on the pan, but it washes off with soap. And there you have it.